Hey, what's going on? Morning, 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 morning. Woo! Morning, morning, morning. Ooh, yesterday's stream was crazy, but that's Sunday madness. This week the spring is here. It's nice. I get back on my regular, stuff. But yeah, man. Yesterday was wild. Let's speak on the big homie. Y'all know who I'm talking about, JX, the big homie. They, their big homie. Man, she looking bad out here, bro. Everybody was going in. Shout out to Ty City, man. Y'all wild, bro. But I saw an interesting interview from Mal Manor Man. Y'all know who I'm talking about, Angry Man. And with this Marquette dude. Now, Saint the Center, right? Let's speak on him for a minute. Saint the Center. Saint the Center or Marquetta, what his name, Marquette, or whatever his name is. He did a stream with old boy, right? Found it very interesting that because I sky watched his shit a couple of days ago, just trolling his shit, right? And I was like looking at it, and he was talking about him going against, the purple pill guy KS, right? Typical, right? Typical shit. Typical shit. But then I saw this live stream that he did with him, and I put it on a reminder. That's just a peek, just a peek. I don't fuck with dude's content like that, but I want to see what he's like on a live stream. I've seen his pre-records. But when I saw his stuff on the live stream, I'm like, okay, yeah, every nut rider in this chat, fuck with dude. And I found it very interesting that why does it get so much pull? Now, Duke the Don's people trolled AM with super chats. I did see a little glimpse of that, but then we're gonna get to Duke of Dawn in a minute that he was blocked out of the chat. I saw that last night before I went to bed. We're gonna speak on that. We're gonna speak on that in a minute. We're gonna speak on that in a minute. Because last Thursday, Lapeef was talking about HBCUs and shit like that. And the conversation usually goes left all the time. Lapeef was on some bullshit. The network, I would say. But it's no hate towards them. I just like trolling them too. And it is what it is. But I use a screenshots to get example. That's the future I was talking about. It's no shots, no hated over here. They get this work though. The chat do. I also see people that be donating. And it's kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? But I've always had screenshots of them. They ought to know that by now. No one gives a shit about them in reality. So we're gonna get into Duke the Don in a minute. And I am newly subscribed over there. He's got a good channel. He talks about various things, exposing, the manosphere. If he rocks with those dudes, that's cool. But I'm just saying, he has a good channel. So, we'll get to him in a minute. Let's speak on the Saint the Center and Angry Man. Let's speak on that interview. What I saw in that interview. That interview is very interesting collab because he did a stream on him about KS, him meeting up on KS. Now he said this nigga said Saint Sin said I will whoop KS's ass. Now I'm not a fan of the purple pill guy. I don't fuck with none of these niggas. Fuck everybody else. I'm on that type of time, so I gotta expose it. I'm actually reporting the news on it. That's what I'm saying. You could say that to a guy that's a toaster of a rainbow, but yet you took a selfie with him. That is some whole shit. And Duke explained that last night, which is sad, And I was saying that during the time in Ramil's chat, that was some whole shit. And I think Jap kind of cleared that up. And I got a screenshot on him, and then Mal Manor Man was on the same panel, agreeing with each other. So I don't know what happened to him and KS. I thought they was boys, but apparently kicked them to the curb. But Kevin, he's on the other stratosphere, so we're not gonna get into him as much. A lot of people say, Kevin, this is a problem. No, he's not. The main people that create Kevin is the niggas that used to be in the Black Order, combination of, I would say, Angry Man and the rest of them niggas. See, you let that happen. Now, the other two own up to it. Shouts out to Jay Sean and Saru, and they own up to it. Dre already told me on the back end. But when it comes to The other niggas that don't want to admit, like Anger Man and everybody else, no shade, you allow Kevin to decimate the space. He ain't the first, he ain't the last. You had J Love 47 try to challenge the shit for years and years. So when you got niggas like KS finesse his way, and I said this on Shar Willie's panel, shouts out to Shar. That shows you who Kevin is. He figured out that these niggas has been soft. So the niggas is gonna be soft long term, and they try to use that to say, so much, but I don't give a shit. I mean, it's y'all's fault. Like y'all have no else to blame but yourselves. But you got bitch niggas that think that we can go after him all day. He's an easy target. No, he's not. He was an easy target when he wasn't famous. That nigga's not famous. He's only famous because he's clout chasing. But he's got 1 million subscribers. There's a reason for that. So when you're in that realm of YouTube, you're gonna be a part of that world anyway. So a lot of niggas ain't gonna listen to anybody else. Fuck what anybody else thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck if he does all types of shit. We live in the same state. He just live in the city. I live in a different city. That's the only difference. 2 different counties. But even though he lives everywhere else, but he lives here mainly because he's got money. So the nigga understands what he's doing. So bitching, complaining about him 24/7 ain't gonna solve a motherfucking thing because all it does, you proving his point, their point, whatever. Live said he can't handle the camera. Well, I'll tell you this. When he said that on the stream, right, and I was peeking and just trolling his shit, right? I said to myself, okay, pot called the kettle black. You ain't built like that. None of these niggas are. Mainstream media's not for every effort, period. I mean, if y'all want to be famous, y'all the suckers. Y'all want the fame. Fuck fame. And shouts out to Duke the Don exposing these niggas, man. These niggas been frauds. We've been saying that for years. I mean, where's he been at? I know he's been for 6 months, but shouts out to Duke the Don. He's got a good show. Saw it last night. We're gonna get into him in about 15 minutes. But we're gonna talk about this Marquette dude. Did he check O'Shea? A little bit. But in a way, a lot of people think it's lies, but we ain't gonna get into that. We ain't gonna get into that. O'Shea and Saint Descender. That could be a double-edged sword. Neither side didn't do shit. Let's just keep it that way. I don't fuck with neither one of them. And I think Wacky was telling me it don't matter. That's bullshit. I would say, oh boy, got checked. So it's just what it is. But I ain't gonna get into Marquette's business because I don't know him like that personally. But when I saw his stream yesterday with Anger Man, I thought it was very interesting. You had 2 sides that love both sides, and they was trying to merge, and he was trying to get put on after that incident with his channel getting knocked off. And he's looking for cover, as usual. He did that with Kuda and shit like that last year, and that shit didn't work. Last time I was on a panel with him, Jerome Whiteside made fun of his dead grandmother. So I didn't co-sign that shit when Jerome did that. That's a lot of bitch shit that went on. But I didn't fuck with Anger Man either at that time either, because he got that shit started over at Kudas, and I stopped fucking with him since then. I was neutral with him back then. And oh, okay, interesting. Okay, cool. But like I said, man, I was looking at that shit. I was like, okay, so if we're gonna talk about that here, why are you trying to, cloud chasing? I seen this on Kuda shit last year, and I'm glad I left this shit alone. I would say the whole summer. And I think last year was a great break for me because this year is kind of stagnating right now. But next month's gonna be good. But speaking of that interview or that one-on-one they had, I thought that was very fucking interesting. Like, cause he said a lot of bullshit. He tried to say, "Oh, I got haters and all this." Like, nigga, nobody likes your ass. Look what you did to Char Willie, Classic Ruby, and everybody else. Look what you did to Gino. Nigga, you ain't shit. When I was on the panel the first time last year, if you go by March 2nd, right, when I met Kuda for the first time with that dark statue, that bitch ass nigga folded. So he needs to be quiet. He don't want it with me. That nigga's a hoe, man. All them niggas is hoes. All of them are hoes because they talk shit on panels in their echo chambers, but when someone checks them on a panel in real life, them niggas ain't built like that, man. There's 2 niggas he's scared of in a sphere like this. I'm gonna say Dre and Cerulean. Period. So that nigga needs to be quiet and shut the fuck up and go sit down somewhere. And Drake can testify 2018. He checked this nigga before. Saruin got it, and Jay Sean a third one. That's three niggas he don't mess with. I can be the fourth one. It don't even matter. But that nigga ain't really built like that, bro. I don't even argue with his bitch ass because he's emotional, man. Anybody support that nigga is fucking delusional, man. How many times you're gonna learn that nigga don't give a fuck about you? He's a dirty nigga, a bitch ass one at that. Like that's what's wrong with the modern day manosphere. They need to be executed as terrorists. And the reason I'm glad and thank you, advisor, for giving that information. I ain't gonna go in depth on it because I already know what it is. Because they've been here for years and years. Now they trying to execute these niggas. See, I ain't a part of that shit. The reason I get so bots, that ain't a bad. That's a good thing. I'm talking about different subjects. As long as you ain't slandering and talking bad about a specific gender. Because if a black woman is running this information, and don't be surprised if they run YouTube, you can't do that shit no more. That manosphere is gonna be gonzo, man. It's gonna be they're gonna do it worse than Reddit. That's why I stay away from that shit. You can have panels with them and talk to them and have your grievances. Like Lapeef Networks is a good example. The problem with them is there's a lot of dudes be backflipping and simping or whatever, but we ain't gonna get into that because Lapeef is kind of entertainment. They want to be on TV as well. They trying to be like KS. See, KS kind of controls that shit. To be say, I hate to say Lapeef wants to hang with KS. So what they gonna have to do is you can't spew manosphere points. They spewed some recently in months and months, and they did it last year. And I saw the old shit. They got to stop, get out of this pill shit. So them particular, that's the media platform you got to be. That's co-ed panels. That's the future. And I said this last year. Are they the future? And now look at Lapeef. They're a good example. And the reason I'm talking about them in the future more is because I understand what this podcast sphere that you're gonna be in. But you got this nigga like Anger Man act like he ain't above approach. Nigga, you got touch, nigga. Like nobody likes your ass, man. For real, for real. A lot of people want to put your ass in the ground. Like this nigga talks so tough on his platform. No one gives a fuck about it. See, here's the thing. If you ain't loyal to that nigga, he gonna try to do some dumb shit. But see, I recall when I was on the advisor stream, Dre, right? He had Sheep and he had Ronan, right? And I was there too. And he played his channel. This nigga was said he was pro-black in the beginning. To me, he's always been a fuck nigga since 2012 and prior. Fuck that nigga. I stand on that because you got niggas like him exist. That's what killed the space. You want to know what killed 1.0? You got bitch niggas like that. That's why 2.0 is the way it is because bitch niggas that follow him killed the space. It's a combination of them and they ass killed the space. You know what they did though? They finesse people out of their money. And see, when you bring money into shit and they don't help the people and they act like these rap artists, they bitch asses ruin everything. This is why YouTube is trash, man. It's always gonna be trash. No matter if you're successful, you gotta sell out to do some dumb shit. That's why a lot of them ain't shit. If you're not, see, Marquise Brownlee, he did it. He's a tech guy. He gets respectable shit and he's been around a long time. It's a lot of black YouTubers can make it, but the ones that try to be honest and deal with the intellect like I do, they don't make it. We tell the truth. We're too raw for certain people. But when you got niggas like Anger Man, he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. It's a fucking loser, bruh. And he's not a street dude. If he was a street dude, a true street dude do not be on YouTube. He just happens to be on YouTube, but he doesn't do live streams. He may do pre-records on a phone or a nice camera. That's it. But outside of that, he don't do the live stream. If you see him on a live stream, it's gonna be an hour. The longest he ever do is an hour, 2 hours. I've seen that. If you're in the rap circuit like Gully TV and all them, yeah, those are former street dudes. They're reformed, but they're not what you think they are. But you got a lot of bitch ass niggas, man. They co-sign with this nigga, and then it's easy to hate O'Shea. Let me tell you something. I don't fuck with none of them, and O'Shea's gonna be O'Shea because the Tommy shit. But when it comes to Angry Man, I just feel like this is where I talk about glorify echo chambers and idol worship, and then I talk about mindless topics that people be talking about. He's the main one. So when you got guys like him, in particular, That's the cancer. It's easy to attack BGS because he's feeble. He ain't got that much years to live no way. So it is what it is. So see, it's easy to attack the old niggas. It's easy because they're irrelevant to me. Roasting them is like I can see them on the street and body them. They're a joke. Anybody can body BGS. Anybody. But when you're dealing with guys like Angry Man and everybody else, you already know the content is gonna be fluid. Attacking him. So when we call him out, man to man, which he is, ain't nothing Angry Man about this nigga, man. Because a lot of people, I tell you why people that follow Angry Man. I'll tell you a secret. They follow him because of Zara. Yeah, he's entertainment. Yeah, he's this and that. Like I don't give a shit about none of that. That nigga's inconsistent, bro. So indecisive. That nigga's so stupid. He don't realize that people don't fuck with him like that. They only fuck with him on YouTube. But outside the shit, he's a loser, bro. Salute, Juan G. Salute. All hell, Great Skull, man. Man, this nigga, man, like he was on Saint the Center shit. I was like, wait a minute. Is he trying to get a promotion, trying to be on TV? See, KS, he did his shit. All the niggas did this shit. It's just this nigga be crying about, oh, who's hating on me and all that. Like, nigga, shut your bitch ass up. Nobody likes you, nigga. We got the proof. Especially Dre got the proof. He was around when Angry Man did that shit. Ruby's got the proof. Shaw's got the proof. This nigga's a fuck boy. Nobody likes that nigga. Jay Sean can't stand his bitch ass. I'll say it on this platform. The reason he don't come on my shit is obvious, bro. He don't fuck with me like that, and you're never gonna see him over here. He can detract all he wants to, but see, here's the thing about his bitch ass. He wants to control your shit. I've learned this from Cool to Shit last year, and shouts out to the advisor, Dr. Doom Dre himself. Y'all mostly know him as Just DeAndre. This dude told me that the way he controlled Kuda's panels, and when he saw that, when Angry Man started coming around and those other dudes left, that's exactly what happened. When I watched Kuda's old streams, it's no hate, but it is what it is. Like I had to study. I can't be like that. As a host and a moderator, you can't let a nigga like that tell you what to do. Like I said, Ramil don't do that. That's bullshit. Ramil lets him do what he wants. Ain't nobody respect Ramil like that. Only time they respect Ramil, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Only time they respect Ramil is when he does fuckery streams and then be anti-COVID all day. But excuse me, I'll say C virus. My fault. I shouldn't say COVID, but it don't really matter. It slipped up. But that's his content. A lot of people try to say he doesn't know. That's his content. He want to get into that conspiracy shit, and that backfired. And that's why he deleted. That's why he sold his channel. A lot of people try to say he sold his channel to other shit. No, 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 no. He sold his channel because he couldn't do no content, being anti the C virus, and those shots ain't killed nobody yet. Where's the evidence of that? I mean, some people say don't take the shots. Most people took the shots for precautions, so you can't trust somebody that never took the shot. This disease it's a repeat of history, but you can die from it too, dummy. Don't listen to people on the internet, bro. Do your own research. That's why I don't argue with people about statistics, diseases. You learn for your fucking self. Let the real experts in the real life, or should I say in the real world, tell you what those shits are and what they do over there. Yeah, we know they do grimy shit over there, sneaking disease and this shit. Don't tell me about that shit because you ain't no fucking doctor. You just a bitch ass nigga running your mouth on the internet, just like Angry Man. Come on, man. These niggas get on my nerves, bro. That's why I laugh at these niggas. I don't respect them in general in person. They're not really built like that, bro. A lot of these niggas act like bitches in real life because they get their heads blown away. Where I'm from, you get bodied out here, especially where I'm originally from. You will not make it. You lose your face all day. See, where I come from, you got to survive with hands and bullets and feet to the ground. You got to learn to live like a beast. But see, in GA, you can die any day. You can die in broad daylight. That happens all the time in the South. In the South, you die faster than you do up north. Believe it or not, just because they legalize guns, a nigga can blow your brains from long distance. They're not playing with you out here, especially white boys. They will body you out here. They snatching shit out here. If you really beef with them like that, they're gonna get you eventually. So it's not like you go up there where my man Juan G's from Philly and everywhere else. You know, they do that every day. But down here, you die faster. Believe it or not. Other southern places, I don't know where y'all from, that's different, but where I'm from originally, no, you die faster. You get killed faster. If you try the right person, it's over. So and the police kill you faster too. So the police, they shoot to kill. So these niggas better be quiet, bro. Like y'all ain't built like that, bro. Talk all this bullshit on the internet. See, that's an echo chamber. It's like a religion. What I said is trauma bonding a religion. I did a stream on this last Sunday, and I talked about this yesterday. And I said, yes, it's trauma bonding because it turned into these so-called red pill churches. Shouldn't exist. So shouts out to Cerulean saying it's like the conscious community all over again. Yes. Yes. That's what it did. It destroyed it. They became the standard of the internet. See, Westside nigga and everybody else for years, Tyreek and all them, those are bitch ass niggas. But you have a lot of bitch ass niggas. The followers follow to this weak ass 2.0 and everybody else in this spaces. I say fuck all of it because they suckers. They ain't got no substance to what the fuck they talking about. So when I look at that weak ass interview, the Saint the Center, I question that shit. Why have a nigga like that well, he didn't lobotomize nothing because he didn't do shit. All he did was ruin people's reputation on here and doxing people and shit. And you promote that shit. Those are bitch ass niggas that interview. That's what it is. That interview was trash. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't care if they watch this on. Tell them if I said that. I said it, nigga. Y'all's interview is trash. That bitch ass nigga ruined everybody's life by doxing people using his followers and everybody else to do it. So he needs to be quiet. He has no leg to stand on about, oh, I created, you ain't create shit. You ruin everybody's lives in these weak ass spaces, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck you. And that goes for him too. That Saint nigga too. Fuck him too. Cause that nigga is fraudulent as hell too. And shouts out to Duke of Don pulling them receipts, man. I watched Duke the Don stream last night talking about this nigga blocking him. He blocked him. He asked him a simple question about his job. His job doesn't exist, y'all. His job don't exist. And I already knew he was a fraud. I already knew Saint was a fraud. Just like the rest of these niggas, man. Because Duke the Don said, I just did it in all these years. Y'all niggas haven't exposed him. And I won't answer Duke's question. Okay, Duke, you have to remember, you came here, what, 6 months, he said? Okay, Duke, you got to remember a time. You got to remember a time when YouTube was creating '05, I wasn't around. I was 17 at the time. I didn't come into this bitch when I was 19 with a different channel. I lost my channel in 2012 in March, came back in April and create this channel. So this will be 10 years. Prior to that, I've been on YouTube for 15 years. So I'm a decades old. I'm a fucking dinosaur to this shit. I understand. You always had bitch ass niggas back in the day. You didn't say them. They was in the comments section. They argue back and forth, but they got their ass whooping in person. If we found where they was at, it was different back then. See, it was, like I said, it wasn't easy to find a bullshit. If you knew where they lived at, and if it was where it took you weeks to get them. That's how it was back then. But nowadays it's easy because you got Android. You know what they look like. Back then it wasn't easy, based off presentation. You know what I'm saying? But if you knew where he stayed at and knew where the areas at, you would have found that nigga. He got his shit broken. That's how it was back in the day. It was like the Wild West. Think about the Agent McGowan shit. That's based off what it was like that. That's not just him doing that to her. Rest in peace to her. But I'm just saying that's all over YouTube. That's how old YouTube was. We saw you, your ass is gone. It take you 4 years to find that person. See, YouTube was just a mirror to the beefs and shit. That was a mirror. See, back then was the wild, wild west. We say what the fuck we want to say. We couldn't do it until 2012. The elite governments had this in motion for years. They was playing experiment the whole time. See, they was over there that bullshit in Afghanistan and shit. In the Obama era, they ruined everything. When Obama implemented security, NDAA, he was killing this site. This site died. So, Duke, you gotta understand. In YouTube land years ago, we was radicals to the shit. You ever heard of Sons of Liberty? There's a guy named Cerulean told me about that. The Sons of Liberty, they was popular. There's a lot of popular channels were back in the day. A lot of them gone. A lot of people came and went to the ground or whatever. But if you look at 2012, when this channel came, my second channel, this channel right now, is standing on 10 years, according to next month. This shit has a lot of memories through the bullshit. I left this shit in what, 2014? I was doing content in 2014. So I know what those years was like. 2015 wasn't shit. I was around, but I wasn't doing content. Took a break from this shit. And then come back to these things. So like 2019, watch the replays. But I did come on the live streams the next year, 2020. That's when I officially came back. But I was on a 5-year hiatus. But then it would turn into a 6-year hiatus. And then I started doing content again in January. And that was it. And then I didn't really start doing live streams in April of last year. So fast forward now, what you're doing is what I've always done years ago, man. But shouts out to you, man, because Duke the Don, keep doing your thing, man. Expose these niggas. But it's always been dead. I think me and Wacky World of Old exposed this for years, and it's a various other people exposed has been dead. The essence of what you would say a manosphere has been dead. So the intellectuals, said, fuck this shit. We're going somewhere else. I'll tell you where they went. Most of them did went to Vimeo. Some went to VO. Other small, whatever, Daily Motion. Like, it didn't get them popular. And some people said, fuck the internet altogether. It is what it was, man. And that's why Rumble is like the second option close to this. But, Rumble, if they get their numbers right, I'll go over there, upload some content. But here, it's like, you gotta say, it's a lot of bitch assness, man. It's been here since when I first came on YouTube, since its inception. 07, you had some real monsters and hard hitters, heavy hitters and hardcore hitters. The bitch assness rised up in 2012. It was here when this channel was created. I was fighting against that. So Duke the Don, I've been there. A lot of these niggas ain't really built like that, bro. I mean, y'all keep doing your fucking thing, man, because y'all have a good channel. Because I know y'all cool with Albert and Preach, and shouts out to them too. But I'm just saying, like, I'm glad I subscribed to this channel because I've seen a couple of his stuff, wasn't subscribed to time because I didn't know what they was or whatever. And then they go after niggas. I said, oh, this is my type of channel. Oh, okay. Okay. And somebody welcomed me in the chat. That's crazy, man. Yeah, man. But it's like it's like that. Good morning, Shawnee. Good morning. But you got a lot of niggas. You got a lot of niggas want to cry about the same shit over and over again. But I think the thing is about what I'm seeing in modern day spaces like these, they're the main ones. I mean, if y'all like the man, that's cool, but I don't fuck with that man. Not with his reputation online and offline. He's a sucker because nobody likes the nigga like that. Oh, okay. It is what it's what it is, bro. Like a lot of niggas try to say it's a space. No, it's not. It's dead, bro. I was trying to tell this to Duke the Don. I was gonna tell him that in the chat. I said, my man, these niggas has been fraudulent. Where you been? I know you been here for 6 months, but man, if you've been here like I will say some years, you understand these niggas ain't shit. At this point, they tell on them damn selves, we know their business is fake. And shouts out to you for exposing Saint the Sinner's business as fake and then dried and went out. I saw that last night. I said, whoa. I mean, woo. But it took years he's been on here for years. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. That's the internet. You gotta understand the internet is so old. I go further back to this shit, especially on this sorry site right here, because YouTube's been trash. It was good for the first 3 years when I came on. I would say like the best years you want to get technical is 05 and 07. Those are the best 3 years for certain people that have been longer than me. But when I came, it was good for those years. Even the monetization thing that came in 08, it was trash because people weren't getting paid like that until 2012. If you started doing the weird shit like in Hollywood, that's how you got paid. But nowadays it's gotten worse. Now it's coming to you. That's been going on since when I started with this channel, the second channel, and then I realized years later, it got worse. So people talking about 2015. Fuck 2015. I'm gonna say that right now. Fuck 2015. Nothing happened in 2015. Y'all just fall for that red pill bullshit. Fake red pill bullshit. That's where it started. And that shit's dying right now. See, the reason you got a lot of CIA and feds watching this shit, and this always been on Google, it's because these fake terrorists, I mean not terrorists, but fake red pills equals insurgents and terrorists, right? Always fucked up these communities. See, when the Hebrew Israelites, when they failed in 2012, the whole thing, like I said, no, they're not. They're done. I remember because I was on that list. They hit us hard that year. That's 10 years ago. This is a repeat of history, but this time it's they bitch ass. They ain't gonna be, they're gonna put a list, they're gonna have some trolls to put a list, pretend they're foreign, ain't gonna knock your shit loose, and all they're gonna do is they get the right ones. I already know AM's on the list. I know everybody else is on the list. Because they mark their channels. Here's how they mark you. They mark you based off members only, subscribers only, whatever. They know how to get you, bro. They know how to get you because when that shit's done, their ass is done. So they can't say no more. They already been doing it. So what Dre was giving me that information, man, they gonna speed that up faster. So we're gonna see. This year is gonna be interesting because this spring is gonna see who's gonna go off. So if they control the niggas, like I said, the white folks gonna do different things. No, they're not. They still getting hit. Still getting hit. It's just gonna be what it is. And they fucked up at the end. So a lot of these dudes that talk about this manosphere shit, that shit's dead, bro. Get off that shit. That's why I was trying to say about the propaganda prophecy tropes. I don't believe in tropes, bro. Tropes are for suckers, man. We gotta get off that shit because that trope shit don't get you nowhere. Like I said, is it helping black men? It's not helped any black man. The last time a space that helped like this was 1.0. 2.0 didn't help shit. All they did was regurgitate and just hate on women all day. And I ain't hating on no females no time soon. I know, see, these guys love trauma bonding because they ain't get the right woman they want in years. That's what that is. And basically try to go after these hoes. So it's no hate for the guys trying to say, yeah, it's helping. It's helped you, but does it help the majority of men? Hell no. Hell no. Look who's leading it. That's why it's dying. Nobody fuck with y'all. They fuck with y'all based off that the fuckery and the bullshit. You ain't learning nothing. Anybody can do that shit. Anybody can do that shit. I did that shit years ago, bro. With pre-records. See, the niggas that be talking all that shit, y'all just did weird shit and doxed each other and talked about hoes all day. And you don't fuck with people no more. That's what I don't like about this weird ass live stream shit. I laugh at this shit. Cause they inconsistent. Like years ago, you'd have got your head cracked for that. Nowadays, they deserve bullets. That's why people don't want to fight. They want to put a slug in your head, man. It's like that. See, the internet is going to be increasingly violent in the future because if you keep having a weak ass space like this, a bunch of terrorists, you got to lay them down, man. You got to lay them down. And I co-sign that because it's going to get to a point. What type of side you going to be on? Yeah, he did, but he gave me some. It wasn't an article. He gave me some info on that. But prior to that, he gave me that shit. When I did Thursday Thrills #5. If you watch that stream, how we got quiet on the panel, he sent me that in an email. He gave me another slide, so I'm ahead of the game. Good morning, Shar. Good morning. Good morning. But that shit, it's over, bro. Like this is a repeat of what happened to Hebrew Israelites in 2012. This is 10 years ago shit. They've been cracking down. So all they had to do is use Asian trolls. No shots at the Asians, but I'm just saying that's how they got us. But this time, I don't know what niggas is hating on. I don't know what race they hating on. We're gonna see. And they're gonna get you. They're gonna get where it hurts. And here's the thing. Don't be surprised the white women will disguise as black women with pics and trolling y'all and take your shit down. Just like them white boys. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen because I don't think it's the men gonna do that. I think it's gonna be white women disguised as black women in these pics, like we see now, the catfishing. They're gonna take y'all shit down for saying dumb shit about women, period. This ain't got nothing to do with color. If you talk bad about any woman, and I say this, I don't do this on my content, your ass is done. Like, I saw this shit years ago. The first 3 years when I came back of this shit, I realized something. I couldn't talk about that shit because it was dwindling down. See, the best years you all would have talked about that should have been like 2012. I told you this last year. In 15, 15 was the height of it. That's what everybody loves 15, but 15 wasn't shit because they were still cracking down. They let it slide. But the next couple of years, they had that in motion. 2018, they had that in motion. They didn't give a fuck about that. They want y'all gone. They just wait for the right time to propagate in 2019, but then they try to say the fake virus will keep saying that shit and they're gonna knock your shit loose. It's two ways you can get you, that and that shit. And then the other shit is ain't got nothing to do with being anti-feminist. That's bullshit. Y'all always been anti-feminist. They ain't got an issue with that. It's the rhetoric, the talking points, the threats, the physical threats when you try to harm them in public. They ain't worrying about you talking shit. It's just the violence of it. You know, these boys spiraling out what you see in England and shit like that. They don't want that shit. America's gonna nip that in the bud. If they was smart, give these motherfuckers some counseling. Cause your followers ain't shit. Y'all's followers ain't shit. Y'all's followers ain't shit. I can tell by the super chats how y'all type. Y'all need to go to the fucking straight jacket. Half of you that follow certain echo chamber idiots. Y'all need correction, man. But the ones that do want help, that's decent in these spaces, that ain't barbaric, I could tell it's a small, and they know, and the people top know, it's a small collection that do support and say the right things, or if they're trying to change, they've been misled, they can be saved. It's a handful. It ain't that many. It's just like, no matter whose channel they on, they need to go this way. But the ones that's chronic and say, fuck these bitches and all this other stuff, they got to go because it's too many of them. They in my age group, down below, and the ages of the grandmaster and everybody else. We ain't got time for that shit, bro. Y'all need to go. Y'all need to go this way. We're going that way. Going the right way. You going the other way. And that's what you see on Ramil's shit. Ramil knows exactly what he's doing. They try to call it content strategy. Ain't no strategy, nigga. You gone. Ain't no strategy. Ain't no content strategy over here, nigga. You going. That info is taking niggas out left and right, bro. You better not. See, here's a secret with Lapeef. Yeah, they got taken down, but you can't attack the women, other women from other channels. So you gotta bring them on your shit, and y'all gotta converse. You gotta talk to them. You gotta be welcoming on your shit. Even in the chat rooms, you gotta be welcoming. Panels. I'm sorry, this ain't got nothing to do with Mansford. This is podcasting 101. If you want this style of podcast or mix of streams or whatever, you gotta have at least a few women or balance it out or whatever. You don't have to, but I'm just saying you always be welcoming. Drop that link in the chat for them, they'll come up and boom. A lot of people ain't gonna sip. No, it could be on any topic. It don't have to be no sexual shit. Cause we in a United States of America, wherever shit, YouTube. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you got to at this point because the way YouTube is going, I'm looking at how Lapeef is operated. You gotta have that team shit. That's it. I'm not a co-ed channel. That's cool. I'm not a part of that. I could talk to you and don't even drop the link at all. But Sunday streams, I welcome it. I had a few women come on my panel. See, they know the track record. It's just don't be an echo chamber that don't have nobody up and then spew rhetoric. And don't be the ones that hate women all day. That's the secret. Don't do it because they watching people. They watching niggas, man. I told that to Kuda, man, that shit ain't gonna work. Screaming and yelling, arguing with these women on your panels, that shit is dead, bro. There's plenty of ways to talk man shit. and other platforms. Just don't do it on YouTube because YouTube's always been about censorship because it lost its essence years ago. Y'all trying to say some shit that don't even fucking matter, bro. When they knocked us off the map, I already knew this shit was dead. It died 10 years ago. You had your chance back then. Y'all should have came in when it was lit, when I was a lot younger. And the people that was around my age at that time was a lot smarter. They did the shit, but they did some petty shit. But once they got older and had kids, shit went left, man. It's just what it is. Once we got older and around their ages, we gotten worse. That's what happens. That's what you see now complaining about these hoes all day. It's just what it is. Salute DS1, salute. And the bitch assness grew after that. But see, the conscious community, where I look at it, is they was a joke the whole time. But the thing about that, it was viable at its time. A lot of people was being misled. It's just like the church. When I was a Christian for 2 to 3 years, I cut that shit off in 2009. It's just it's just what it is. And Duke the Don, man, if you listen to this or whatever, like I said, man, you gotta be up to speed because 9 out of 10, most of these niggas is frauds anyway. So you're looking at decades. Why we didn't go after Saint the Center, he was a nobody to me. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. He was a fucking nobody to me. Only reason he got those subscribers, he kept dissing and exposing people. That's how he got all those views. He talks about various things in his fashion. He talks about numbers of things, but he was dissing people in the same time. You don't get those subscribers by doing hard work and doing the content like I do. Hell no. You get it by dissing people. That's YouTube's okay with that. They full of shit with that content to content shit. That's bullshit. They ain't gonna implement that. The only way they're gonna implement that if he's not a big YouTuber with million subscribers. That's it. That's why the site can die any day now. I wish they pulled the plug on this shit because it's a joke, man. And I asked them with the frequently asked question. I think they did a survey. I told them they shit wasn't shit. It's inconsistent. And no, I don't like the way it's been going for years. See, yeah, I asked the survey. I criticized them. They said, damn, how we can make it better? That's what they try to tell you. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't shit. See, that's why black people should go somewhere else. Like you can go to platforms like Rumble to do your shit or create your own apps like this or a website. Niggas don't want to do it because they too fucking bitch made. Just like 1.0, they did it one time and it was successful until the money ran out. Wacky would tell you some other things. No, the money ran out. I already know what happened. Money ran out. They didn't support dude. The rest of the 1.0 guys stayed, but the other ones that were like a big majority, they left. They said, man, fuck all this shit. He said, I want Section 232 repealed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. They try to repeal that shit. Man, they crazy. Yeah, Blogspot is a good spot, but it's a lot of things y'all can just have. Like, I don't get the echo chamber behavior, man. Like last time I saw those shits, they was cool back in the days of '07, and I'll say 2013. If you want to get technical, that shit died in 2014. But see, when you have it so long, it's like a religion. See, that's why YouTube will accept a few of that shit. But if you just don't like criticism, man, but see, this is why the site will go the way it's gonna go. You gotta take criticism. I get criticized based off my content all the time, all the time. And you know what? When you know what I say to that, I laugh. I laugh at the shit. Even in chat rooms, panels that I used to be on, it happens. It's what it is. Like I don't deal with those people. They don't deal with me like that. I just keep it pushing. But you got guys that try to make a religion out of the shit and got people traumatized and brainwashed. And then you got channels like Antes, like most people say it's like a trash can, but it is in some degree. But he's trying to do a fuck shit. If I was Anti, like, have at it. I tell people he can have that shit. what's gonna happen to his channel? He gonna get caught up in that shit, and he's gonna end up like Lapeef. They took his shit down. They took Jr. Lapeef's shit down, and they try to say it was Porn Bob. There you go. And it's just what it is. It is. Well, I will say it like this: most people don't want to change the way they do things because I've noticed something. Like I think Information Man told me, like a lot of people just have the same setup. They're going to, and I want to tell Information Man, it's the niggas, man. They don't want to do shit. You could talk about tech and all that other stuff all day, but them niggas don't want to do that. No, I know niggas. I know them out here, especially on this goddamn internet. They're not gonna change that. In this point, I cannot get mad because I realize who they are, and I learned to accept that. Once you accept that, and it took me a while when I started. It's just what it's just what it is. He said, "Anti is a disaster waiting to happen." He thinks he's top of the world. Yeah, yeah, he's done. He's already marked. He has subscribers only. And you know what that sound that's a sign of? That's a form of AM. AM does shit like that. Members only. I'm glad Gino. Uh, Shouts out to Gino. I think he's gonna come back in next month. He's gonna do a stream. He's gonna talk about that Ukraine and Russia shit. So shouts out to Gino, man, our fellow villain over here. He got my support. But you got a lot of niggas that's trying to say Gino did that and like, well, what's the proof if he did it or not? So I'm saying, like, this dude is desperate. He's desperate. That shit between him and Gino last year, I think Gino said something in March. This is like a year what happened to us. I think me and Gino, we got in some scuffles with niggas. So that's why I don't like March. March is a bad month for me because I struggle with views on these months. When I used to do YouTube back in those days, March was hard. It was very hard because a lot of people wasn't interested in your content like that. You weren't gonna get views in the right direction, but you get them afterwards in April. That's weird. That's just that's weird like that because back then it was a little different, but nowadays it's kind of weird because I don't expect March to be great. You know what I'm saying? March is March. So March is kind of interesting month, but next month's gonna be wild. I know it's gonna be wild because April's gonna be a wild month, especially I'll say May will be wild too because May's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very fucking interesting because May is one of the months, that's an interesting month at that time, and it's just you get used to it. So yeah. No, no chaos, no, no. I have no recollection. I have no recollection. No, he didn't do that. No, that was probably somebody else. I don't care about that nigga either. Fuck that nigga too. I didn't like what he said, and he tried to know the definition of doxing. And to that nigga, fuck you. Fuck that nigga. And the reason I say fuck that nigga is because I was cool with Beasley one time, so-called cool with him. I don't fuck with him now. Um, he found I had a wrench over there. That's where we fell out. He was trying to do all that shit, trying to pull a MOT. Fuck out of here. That's that hoe ass shit. That's why your shit got snatched. Pussy. Nobody likes you over there. I'm sorry, you a dark skinned fat ass nigga that ain't shit. Fuck that nigga. And tell him I said that. I don't fuck with that nigga. I ain't like what he did last year. I've been on his panel one time, and then after that, I didn't subscribe to that fuck nigga. I mean, I did once and unsubscribed his bitch ass. After that shit, fuck that nigga. That's on GP. I don't care who don't like it. I stand on my shit. My disrespect. Fuck that nigga. You a coward, nigga. Hold your own shit. Stop sucking angry man's dick. That's what I want to know. I'm sick of that shit. I don't respect a man like that. Hold your own shit. That's why I don't respect none of you niggas in the sphere like that because we got our shit. we move different. It's just niggas always want to cry about the same old shit every day. They bitch ass niggas, man. And that's the shit that I'm talking about. That's one of them. Attention is a hell of a drug. Yeah, like y'all need to leave Gino alone. When you diss a man's city like that, he gonna say some stuff to y'all, man. Like, we control Gino over here. He's good. But you got niggas, man, just crazy shit. But it's the morning check-in. But Duke the Don, man, the reason niggas didn't expose him back then, it was too many niggas to expose back then. It wasn't enough information. The internet wasn't vast as it is now. It's not vast as it is now. It's very vast. That smartphone killed everything. Laptops, your iPads, it killed everything. That's why you can't hide nothing no more. Back in the day you could. Nowadays you can't. They got you. They got you on that laser sensor and shit like that. They got all types of shit. Fingerprint. Your ass is done. It's already on your system. It all started in 2012. A lot of people try to say it started no, it started 2012. I didn't start seeing that shit in 2012. A lot of people say it started 07 and all that. That's bullshit. No, it didn't. Nobody wasn't using that shit. Now, shouts out to Dre for saying this. And where he lived at in Japan, I say in 03, they had stuff like that. That's in Japan. That's in Asia. Asians been using that for years. That's just Japan and everywhere else. But Americans, we didn't see that shit until 2012. They sped it up for us. They said, all right, here you go, niggas. That's when people get doxxed way faster. Yeah, I don't fuck with the algorithm. Because they gonna choose who they want to listen to. And some people do that. They fall for that shit. So if you put someone's name in the title, it's gonna get views. That's just what it is, bro. Like, I don't do that shit. That's clickbait. Clickbaiting creates the algorithm. A lot of people don't know that. Clickbaiting will always be around. As long as you put a guy like Kevin Samuels in the title or whoever, it's gonna get views. He holds his own and reason unknown, but he holds his own. Yeah, facts. Because I respect him doing that shit. Gino did too. He said, "What about Kevin?" Kevin said, "The Kevin, the Kevin, the Kevin, the Kevin, the Kevin." And I remember that string too. I skywatched that shit. Oh hell, Gray Skull, the advisor, Palace from Petty. Hell yeah, hell yeah. These niggas, man. I'm so sick and tired of these weak motherfuckers that be crying and bitching and complaining about life. Like, you niggas is losers, bro. It's just what it is, man. Like, I don't understand. A lot of niggas get mad at a lot of times. So once you get to a level, and I saw what Duke the Don said. I love that. I love that live stream he did. He cut it off. I don't know how many hours I was watching. It was timing out the court jester, aka the Muppet, the little bitch called himself the Chill, motherfucker. Fuck that nigga too. Cause I ain't like how he did on my man's panel, advisors panel. It's disrespectful. He could have addressed me on any platform that I had those open discussions. If he had an issue with me, he would address me on the channel. But no, he act like a little bitch. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's why I don't fuck with the third shift like that no more, because his ass always be trolling like a little bitch. Get off that crack pipe, you hoe ass nigga, and get your life right. You the ugliest light skinned nigga I ever seen in my life. Trying to call somebody. You the ugliest bitch ass nigga with fucking braids on, pussy. That's why I say fuck weak ass niggas like you. See, you make the Bay Area look bad. These ugly, dirty, light skinned bitch ass niggas like AM, him, and the rest of these niggas, man. They're fucking losers, bruh. They're fucking losers. Call somebody ugly. Y'all niggas is ugly. No bitches want y'all ugly incel, or should I say vocel, incelian ass. You're fucking losers. I ain't got no problem with people calling me ugly. That don't bother me. I laugh at the shit. Y'all niggas is ugly. Fuck out of here. There is such thing as ugly light skinned niggas, and they the main ones. I seen too many of them down here. So stop playing with me. I'll break your shit if I ever see you in person like that. Y'all some bitch ass niggas, man. But them niggas ain't built like that. They'd get killed out here for saying shit like that. Nobody cares about that goofy shit. And the court justice is gay as hell. So don't get me started. I would love to say the other word, but that's what he is, man. Most of you dudes in California are gay too. GA is not the only gay place in the world. It's y'all niggas over there, and the rest of the world's gay. America's been gay. Stop it. Go to the histories of the churches. If y'all listen to an interview with what's his name? What's that comedian with the long beard? Oh shit. That died. Paul Mooney's friend, the dark skinned dude that's from St. Louis. He said that in the church in the 30s. It was like that. I used to talk like this in the workplace, and there was a guy, he was the other way, he's a toaster oven. And Dick Gregory. Yeah, Dick Gregory. Yeah. He said that. Back then you deal with racism and that in the church. We're gonna roast these Christians for a minute. Cause I can't stand them either. They bitch asses and them and niggas like that think they pretty like that. They've always been in the church like that. I'm gonna tell you a story. My mom told me there's a couple named the Bufords, right? In a small church in a Baptist church, right? I didn't know. She said they would swing the other way, right? See, back then you couldn't attack them. If you was black, you was black. The sexuality shit came later. So yeah, they got lynched as niggas, but not the sexuality. It didn't matter. You was black. That shit came later. Now, did other races did it? Yeah, but the white man broadcasted all his churches, even in the South. He did it worldwide historically. If you study they shit, they'll tell you they used to do that. It's bad enough. But you know what's so fucked up? You know what's so fucked up? And you got these bitch ass niggas that be in these spaces that promote that shit and they co-sign that shit, think it's okay. They deserve death. I'm okay with them being executed. It's just what it is. Like you got niggas acting like, well, let us get, and they never been here in decades like I have. No, it's not. You can get ass here faster than you can. You can fuck all these single mothers and everybody else that don't want these men like that. You'd be surprised, man. The East Coast is wild. Trust me, the whole East Coast is wild. I got stories for y'all for days and talk about why people fuck faster here and get all these diseases and then they transfusion with shots and shit. I got plenty of stories where I used to be here when I first started living here in '07. Don't get me started. Georgia's not what you think it is. It's a lot safer than you think. Is Atlanta violent? Other parts of Atlanta, yes. East Atlanta, yes. Bankhead, yes. On the crime statistic, they on the low side. They top 15 and all that other shit, but we ain't gonna get into that because we already know B More and St. Louis got them beat. And the reason why niggas is poor and ain't got nothing. It's like they're isolated like terrorists overseas in the East, scrapping for food and shit, fighting with Tim's on. But you know, but that's a whole nother. That's B More than everyone else. And then St. Louis, quiet as kept. You know, shouts out to St. Louis people, the real ones. They understand the struggles. So you're next door, you know, East St. Louis, particularly with the crime rate, right? Next to Chicago, right? Old Midwest. Midwest is crazy. They got kin folks where I come from. They hold they shit. They wear all types of shit. And they done niggas up. But I don't give y'all a sidebar that how many transplants has come from those areas down here. Did y'all know there's a lot of Chicago niggas live out here as well? That's not weak as Ramil and them. Did y'all know there's a lot of St. Louis niggas live here too? Other parts of the counties too, where I live at? Did y'all know there's a lot of Baltimoreans that where Dre's from and Charles from and all parts of Baltimore live fucking here too? Got paper? Don't you also got a lot of Tennessee niggas that blow people's brains out every day in the middle side and the west side of Tennessee live here as well, and they're familiar with Atlanta and they familiar with other counties? You niggas don't know shit. There's a lot of hoes come everywhere to see the same niggas where they come from. And this is factual. This ain't no goddamn statistic. This is facts because I can testify and I've seen that. And they talk to me when I used to be a barista in a dealership. I used to see the county license plates where they come from, especially in Tennessee, particular, because I'm familiar with 95 counties. I've been all over the state. Ask me any question about Tennessee, I can tell you stories how violent it can get. And I told this to Nadia, just be careful in Nashville. Them niggas will harm you. They'll fuck your ass up for the wrong day. Especially East Nashville and the North. They about they hammer play and hands and feet. They know how to use them Tims. They use the Tims to work on houses, stomp a nigga's brains out. They do all that shit, bro. In small cities, in semi-small, mid-sized counties, you got to understand that most of the times they always punk Davidson County niggas. I'm gonna tell you a story. There's this kid, he's from Nashville. This dark-skinned, weird-looking little Cretan, right? But all dark-skinned people are not Cretans down there, up there where I'm from. No, some of them decent, some of them act like assholes and things like that. But you know, you got your normals, right? But the small town ones where I come from, the ones that's decent. I know the dark skin. We got a few Cretans, but we do have some nice, you know, in my medium complexion, we get all the women, right? But I ain't say I'm getting all the women, but I know my cousins did and everything else. So I admit my shit. But when you start growing up with that and they about that, now there's some light skinned niggas do fight back. It ain't that many where I'm from. They got the ass beat. But here's the thing about light skin is y'all know in the South, it's different where I'm from. They do beat up mulatto kids. I do know that. Yeah, the struggle's real. I do know this, and I could testify a story to you one time. There's a mixed brothers, right? They have a white father, but we knew the mother was black, so we all knew the mother. She's a Adams, by the way, so I don't care about her anyway. Anyways, we knew her, but my parents and other blacks knew they had white fathers. It's a small city. It's it's a small world, small city. You get what I'm saying? Where I come from, right? But they thought they were some Crip niggas. They were fake Crip niggas, by the way. But the rolling 60s, reason they came to my small city, drugs in the 80s. They migrated in places like where I come from and everywhere else in the East Coast and the Mid South, and they just spread like fucking cancer. So what they did was those niggas that grew up our boys where I come from, a lot of rolling 60s took certain neighborhoods that you didn't think that was gonna be rolling 60s. We had neighborhood gangs where I come from. But the rolling 60s came in and got the Crenshaw boys and all them boys. It's actually their last name is Crenshaws, by the way, which is obvious. They light skinned. And I'm cool with one of them, but one of them went to prison. But these light skinned dudes that's like crispy brown, regular light skinned, typical light skinned niggas, right? Them niggas had them hands. But you know, they always got beat by people our complexion and up and down. It evens out. But when they fought those mixed boys, the crook boys was talking shit in my old high school. And I missed the fight, right? I was walking down the hallway coming to the other building on this side, like pointing towards where my gate is by the trash can is, right? I was going that way, right? The cafeteria is on this side. It's on this side, right? And diverse culture and everything. Everything. Us, you Sudanese, few Asians, Mexicans, white people, your basics, right? In Tennessee. In Georgia, you got every race in the world, in the Eastern world, and all the way through fucking Singapore, you name it. I seen that down here in GA. It's kind of like the East Coast, the rest of the states, a melting pot, would y'all say. But anyways, in a state like that, that's racist and isolated where I come from, I saw mixed people got their ass beat and beat the brakes off of them. And these light skinned niggas beat the brakes off, and them niggas was egging it on. My complexion and people that's dark skinned egged it on. Was okay with that. So they got their ass beat. They thought they was cute, and they thought they was a pretty light skinned darling with clothes on. Fuck out of here. They beat the hell out of them boys. Yeah, they had cornrows. These dudes did too. One Crenshaw did not have a cornrow. The other one did. Beat the brakes off them, and they bullied them niggas, man. It was beef on sight. They beat their ass and took their shit. And it was part of that rolling 60 crew. So yeah, you know, reputation like that where I'm from, hands and feet and gunplay and dunplay was all day. That's all it was. These niggas don't know nothing. Especially in GA. I got stories of GA niggas got shot in the back of the head over some dumb shit. If you beef with somebody here, you go up missing. They do kill people out here, and especially the rough part of East Atlanta. When the weather is nice and you're outside and that crazy, niggas be sparking. Okay, car wrecks, trees falling. Yeah, we got all that, but East Atlanta be sparking. Bankhead, where there's no people around, that's empty lots, sparking their Ks, screaming and shit. And here's what the police do. They do the same shit. The feds, CIAs, you name it, same shit. And their wrists don't break. But the ones that do break their wrists be talking the most. Yeah, they wouldn't last. It's so much shit. You can die here faster beefing with somebody than you do any other place. Now, Baltimore, that's all day. They'll hurt you out there because I already know. They already told me you're going. It's a Baltimorean guy told me that one time. I used to work. He said, "Yeah, you're going. It's the East Coast." He said, "In any East Coast, no matter what state, you're going. You're going, especially here too. So you will get hit up here. I see niggas get hit up a lot, even on the news, and we saw the autopsies and they show us pictures and shit. I shook my head over some bullshit. People fight over girls. That happened to me once back in, I will say in '09. I was about to be 21 too. Rough period. This is when I had my old channel. I was dating this light-skinned girl, but she looked like Lynn Whitfield and fucked me up. She picked me out of the lineup. So, I was chose. I didn't choose her, she chose me. I said, okay, cool. Right? But her ex got jealous. My complexion, right? We was fighting over that. I shouldn't have known, but see, I was on medication at the time too. I could have killed that motherfucker. I was about to blow his brains out. But see, I was on that Zerchaline. See, I struggled with depression years ago. See, I was a nut when I was a young kid, even when I was 15. But I realized something. I could have killed him, but I was so calm and I didn't care. So yeah, yeah. But it's just what it was. I understood what I was back then. So the content I brought to this channel transcends that. Cause see, I was talking about other things too, just like these other niggas. But here's the thing: the nigga shit got bigger over time. But I dealt with that offline. Okay, this I didn't tell that to nobody when the manosphere days. I didn't tell that. I kept that shit to myself. Ain't nobody talk, I was talking to her at the time. Most of my people was back home that I talked to. They can vouch for it. They knew I was with this girl and they had pictures and everything. But you know what's so funny though? You know what's so funny? It is what it is. It is what it ain't. So dating her was a hassle. I did cut her off around in the month of May around my birthday. I said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this shit. Because at that time I was already red pill in it. And before I met her, she just made it worse. So I didn't buy into this red pill stick that you see. Now I don't fuck with that shit. Always had that mindset. I'm a fool. I admit that. I ain't perfect. But I'm striving to be better. So, and I do that every time. But when I saw her, it just who's this motherfucker? Fuck out of here. You're emotional. Now you got this bitch ass nigga say, we know about the internet. Get the fuck out of my chat, bruh. Back to the story. Another bitch ass nigga hater, man. We about to air you out. Shut your bitch ass up. Grrr, pussy. Fuck out of here. No, it's you, pussy. You ain't airing nobody out, pussy. Jay Sean bodied your bitch ass. Oh, I forgot. Don't get me started about your bitch ass. I will talk to you on the back end privately, you nigga. You ain't airing nobody out. Get your bitch ass off my shit. But anyways, he's mad. He's mad, y'all. But anyways, this is what I'm talking about. A lot of times when I was dating her, I had to deal with that type of shit. and I had to cut her off. And I said, "Man, this shit's wild." But see, I learned now. I ain't been in a relationship in decades. I ain't worried about the shit. I talk to females time to time. I used to long conversation. I used to do all that, even in the colleges I went to. And I said to myself, in Emory, it was even worse back then. So yeah, I didn't bring no manosphere shit in 2015. No, I wasn't even on that. That shit was dead. I heard about the red pill shit. That was some MGTOW shit. They actually just stole red pill. That's what killed it. I don't fuck with that shit. And I knew it was gonna fall apart. Ain't airing nobody out. He said, "You know that intel. We about to air you out." Get quiet, bro. What's going on, Bruce? I'm gonna read this bullshit. He said, "You've been lacking. Give us what we need." Oh, be quiet. These niggas is, oh my god, they weak. Why do you want to come to a live stream that I'm talking about what happened uh last night on Duke of Don? Shouts out to him. And the Saint to sit him with the Mal Man shit. Like, my nigga, y'all mad. You ain't gonna hit the link when I come through, nigga. You desperate. Like, what is your problem? Like, bro. Try to say I've been like, get the fuck out. No, I have, nigga. I just don't speak on it, nigga. I wait till y'all get drowned. Pussy. Nigga ain't gonna do shit. You scared to come out your fucking truck. But don't get me started with that nigga. Fuck that nigga. But anyways, he's just like the rest of these bitch ass niggas, like Mr. Shitmore and the rest of these whole ass niggas. Fuck every last one of them. They about to get pop. You know what I'm saying? They got to be popped and chained up. So they better be quiet, bro. Them CIA's gonna lock your ass up a long time. And then another one. Yeah, that happens. Yeah. He said, "We on your head. You ain't gonna do shit, nigga. He ain't gonna air nobody out, pussy. Y'all niggas is pussy, man. Y'all mad cause I'm after your daddy. Well. Your daddy got bodied, man. Come on, bro. Stop it. But shouts out to Gino, put him with that 500, man. He shut that nigga up. That nigga was crying. He had to get off that fucking pound over Mills, nigga. Fuck that nigga that be trolling. He said, "You asked for it." I was like, "Nigga, be quiet." Oh, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. He's just a fuck nigga, man. I already know who it is. He can't do nothing. He's mad. He's mad. He's mad. I'm talking about his daddy. I'm talking about his God. They ain't on my head. For what? AF's not gonna pull up. If he pulls up, I'm gonna knock his ass out of bounds. I don't fuck with him like that. That's another bitch ass nigga about to be exposed. He gets on my nerves. He's the same nigga that got his dick in his mouth. So I already know, but I ain't gonna mention these troll accounts and name because I know who it is. I figured it out because he done this before. So he did it over the advisor. He gonna do it tonight. So that nigga, if I see you, bruh, you gonna get fucked up for real, for real. You a pussy, man. Try to say I've been lacking. Fuck out of here. Get out of my chat, bitch. And go through some real content. Crying and shit. Two can play that game, nigga. Them niggas will never hit the link, bro. Like, don't start with me, bro. 'Cause I'm not the one. I'm not gonna give you shit. You threaten me, your ass go get hurt out here, bro. But anyways, but see, where I come from, I'm tired of niggas be dissing others people in the South. Like, I'm sick of that shit. Like, dude, if y'all don't like the place, leave. Like, I understand. I diss the city of Atlanta all the time. Even myself, I'm an outsider myself because I'm a transplant. I can tell you that all day. But I wish y'all would come down here and diss these people like that. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. It's a handful of y'all will, but the rest of yeah. What's going on, Supreme Elder, DJ Music? What's going on, man? Greetings, greetings, greetings. That nigga be trolling, man. I already know, man. I already know who that is. He's mad because his daddy done got spanked and got punked on Duke the Don shit. I saw them super chats. They mad. He's clout chasing. And Sate the Center, man, you got exposed by Duke, man. Stop it, bro. Just sit down. Nobody like your ass. That was a weak ass interview. Yeah, tell him I said that. Always want to dox somebody. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking doxer. You got two doxers that interview each other. Angry Man and that bitch ass nigga right there. Fuck them. Fuck every last one of them. Who follows these bitch ass niggas, man? Like that's the problem. Idol worship. They don't give a fuck about you. And they're not your friends, bro. You can talk to them on the YouTube. Y'all have a right to. Don't say I didn't warn you. Niggas don't like y'all like that. They some bitch ass niggas. All they do is cry about the same shit 95% of the time. See, what they're trying to do is get me amped up. It don't work. You can't do that. I'm not gonna respond through no stream like that, bro. Y'all can't move a nigga like me. It takes a while to move me. Cause his bitch ass will not pull up. So I can throw shots at him all day. So I used to troll him over at MOTs. And he'll get jumped if he hits the link. Cause I already know certain people gonna do it. See, I laugh at AM. I can handle him one-on-one, but he didn't do shit when I was over Kudas last year. He was mad about that trolling shit in MOT. I shut his ass up real quick. Fuck that nigga, man. Ain't no man. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. Yeah, Duke the Don did. Yeah. Them niggas be crying, bro. Like, I don't understand why they have to expose that. But Duke, I don't get him up to speed. Duke, he said, why don't we should expose Saint the Center? Well, see, you gotta understand, Saint the Center was not really a nobody. When I looked at his channel based off his history, he was going at people back and forth. He was on that bullshit fitness, the clothing. Yeah, but when he started attacking niggas, that became a new thing on YouTube since 2015. And reaction videos was popular in 2015, by the way. That community grew out in 2015. And then they start doing it to this day. They just limit it. See, content to content creator, you can do that, but you can't use their video. That's how YouTube's gonna get you. If you do that and play their whole shit, that person can flag your shit and take your shit away. That's how they do it. See, I stay away from videos because what I do is I use screenshots, make my points, and move on to the next slide. But they can't stand screenshots. So what they do is they'll leave the video up. Even if they threw it away, we still got the screenshots. See, they ain't worried about screenshots. That's the I've learned this about this too. When I did the screenshot, I think no one didn't care. What they really worry about is the video or they live stream. That's how they get you. And they understand that anytime we do this shit, they get mad. But it is what it is. So I know people is mad. I know they angry. They don't like what I be saying. They be like, this nigga be talking about AM. He need to stop. That's my God. Your God is weak. Your God is weak. It's just like I said, man, like you can't say nothing about this nigga, man. Like it's gotten that bad. Like I've known probably 2 years ago when I came around these newer spaces. And I said to myself, why is 2022 2020 was a wash? Yeah, he said, right. I did my background check on Saint the Center. And at first I thought he was okay, but after some digging, yeah, he's always been a live and conniving snake, man. I figured that out. Yeah, I already know about YouTube as a platform. It's a sorry site, bro. It's already dying. Just if you show screenshots, they can't handle it. They respect it. They're gonna respond. They're gonna respond. They're gonna try to reach out to you, try to say, "Hey, can we have an interview?" No, fuck you. That's what it is. And they'll try to pull up on your shit. They'll tell you drop the link. Okay, you want to talk, but you're gonna get jumped. I'm tell you that right now. Hold your own shit. We'll debate back and forth. This has been very petty 3 months, Elder. Oh, it has, advisor. It has, but these niggas get on my nerves, man. We got to cook these niggas, man. Like, hey, you want to talk your shit? Talk your shit. Don't get mad at me. Don't be whining at me. Well, he's hitting me in the eye. I don't want to hear all that. Where I'm from, you got to take these licks, man. Like you gotta take them. Crying about shit ain't gonna solve nothing. Got to man up. Like my mom used to say, you got to man up. Shit. She used to say that. She's old school. She's a boomer. She just turned 60 last year. She'll be 61 this year. She'll be 62 the next year. She'll be 63 on her 40th anniversary. So it's a whole another story. Not gonna get into that. A lot of people want to talk shit, man. Oh man, these troll comments is funny. He's hilarious. He said, "We on your head." Ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, they what's that? Are they gonna troll Gino next month? Gino ain't worried about you niggas, man. He ain't doing nothing, man. Why y'all picking on Gino, man? Y'all mad? Y'all niggas mad? Y'all niggas mad? Fuck y'all niggas, man. Take AM's dick out your mouth, man. Woo! He didn't do shit when I was last year on Cuda shit. That's a bitch ass nigga, man. He'll get cussed out immediately. And that weak ass 7B. Fuck out of here. I ain't getting that weak ass microphone. I'll get a handheld of theirs. I'll get a 48. That's it. But outside of that, I'm not fucking with no overrated ass microphone. Fuck out of here. And he broke the other one that costs like 300 something dollars. It's $299 on Sweetwater, right? But that thing costs $300 in taxes, like 305 or some shit. He bought a $300 microphone, but then he had a $400 on the side of his table. Man, fuck that nigga. That microphone is overrated and trash. The only reason that's good nowadays because the original S, I would say SM7 or the A1 or wherever, it still works. It's expensive. It's expensive, but you have to it costs more than the B. The B's cheap. It works on various interfaces. I found out it if you have a M audio that like I have, you got to get a fed head and a cloud lifter for that. If you want quality, you don't need. If you get a quality preamps like the Universal Audio Vintage and them other ones, those Pro um, interfaces with the mixers, that's the only way it's gonna work. But it ain't nothing special about a dark microphone like that. Nobody wants to have that microphone. It's a waste. That's not really a podcast. You can get any broadcasting mic. Don't let them lie to you about the audio community. They try to tell you you need that mic. That's not true. You still got to get a lecture voice. If you ain't got a lecture voice and a combination of condensers and all that shit, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. If you're a broadcasting news like person, you gotta have all types of mics. You gotta have lavalier. You gotta have all that. See, podcastings, I'll tell you how they fail. They fail because of content. And shouts out to Alvin Priest for saying this. He said why they failed. They failed because of content. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. It's regurgitated, same old shit I've heard decades ago. And then y'all talk about the same shit. What's wrong with the women? What's wrong with this and that? What's wrong with relationships? Y'all trying to get a hustle. Y'all stick to politics and shit. You got content. Relationships is like, to me, I use it as 5 to 10% conversation. We're gonna joke about it, and then the wife knows if you're married or whatever, spouse, they know. That nigga, oh man. But Duke the Don, salute to you, man. I mean, you got a new subscriber over here. I watched it last night, man. I'm impressed. Cause I was watching y'all for a while as a non-watcher, and then I said to myself, I didn't know what y'all's content was about until I saw that shit. I said, let me hear you on the live stream. Finally. And someone welcomed me in your chat. I said, salute you. But they had to time that Muppet clown out. He's spilling some bullshit. That fucking clown. He's a disgrace, bro. Like, why listen to that nigga? Like, why? And they the main ones. They the main ones. And this is why people don't fuck with them on the internet or in real life. Because there's a lot of suckers on the internet. Like, in real life, they would have got fucked up real bad and barked at. Trust me. I'm glad I live in the South. I see shit for what it is and understand racism, but the state of Georgia, quiet as it's kept, is not as bad as people think. It's a little safer than most, but the most unsafe place here I've noticed, you got to stay away from East Atlanta, certain parts of South Atlanta, and then outskirts of Atlanta and other cities. It can be dangerous too, but you got to know some people. You got to build some relationships. You got to learn to move around. It's like anywhere else. Anywhere else can be dangerous. It's just Georgia's at least not. It's the least violent. I would say it like that. I would say the state is least violent, but the city, yeah, it's nutty. That's because of people coming in, immigrants. You got people from Ukraine coming in, so it's kind of you got to bear with the state. It's got everybody. I learned that years ago. I didn't understand that it was coming through like that. So Georgia's weird like that. Florida's different. I ain't been to Florida, but if I ever see it, it's pretty much similar. But the rest of Florida is different. I don't know because I don't know about Miami. That's a whole nother story. I wish someone that's a Floridian would tell me about that. But I had a friend that's from Florida. He moved to Tennessee in 4th grade. So it's kind of like you understand what's going on. So that's the thing. So I understand that people live in different parts of the South, whatever. So that's that's the whole purpose of it. But when I look at it like this, most states in the South, they have different cultures. Like I want to tell you about Tennessee, for example. Tennessee, there's 3 regions. You got the East, it's Knoxville. Yeah, the SWATs ain't no joke. West, yeah, West End either. Yeah, West End is still changed. But even though West End is assimilated, it's still violent. It's still violent. I would say, yeah, the niggas is violent, but the white boys is violent too. These what my dad called them, pioneers. Yeah, they violent too. They on some cuckoo shit. And most of them did not come from Georgia. They probably come from Tennessee and places like Connecticut. And if they come from Maine, they violent. They on some bullshit. I did see some skinheads one time, fake ones, and then you got the ones and what they violent too. So you come to a place like state like Georgia, it is what it is. Salute, mate, salute. It is what it is because you understand it. Everybody has their tensions, and I've noticed this years ago. And when I went to Emory, a lot of niggas, and they told me on the campus, people got them hands, man. They come see you, they gonna come get at you. You know, there's a lot of projects in East Atlanta to change. So yeah, just because it's a simulate don't mean the nigga shit doesn't exist. It exists. You just don't see it. You know, you just gotta catch them. Broad daylight and nighttime. Like the sky's blue right now with clouds and nice weather. Imagine nighttime. Same complex, man. It's just what it is, man. Niggas don't care. So it is what it is. It is what it ain't for them niggas. But I look at it like this. Most people gonna do what they do, man. And when I look at this state, I mean, it's not as bad as people. I don't know why people attack Atlanta. Try to say it's the gayest in the world, which is bullshit. Other parts of the United States got gay cities too, or should I say, same sexuals. But I ain't gonna get into that because a lot of you niggas is biased, bro. Right, you got to search for them. Grady babies now are rare. You meet some born and raised in ATL. Yes, yeah, you got to. It's a lot of Grady babies done stayed and left. I know exactly what you're talking about. Supreme Elder, man. They came and went. I was around this city. I'll say about 2007. I left it in 2019. It's the same concept. After that C virus thing, that shit is just that shit's just wild, man. Like Atlanta has changed so much. And prior to Martin Luther King, they made him a martyr and a thing on before in the 80s or something like that. He said in the early 80s it wasn't always like that. You know, yeah, cops pulling over blacks all the time in the early 80s. I think he been to PG County in DC, and then he went to Baltimore for a business trip. That was in 83. He said back then they was dealing with racism up there in mid Atlantic. But in GA back then in the 80s, where he told me, yeah, they've been doing that. He saw it back then in the 70s in Detroit. So he's familiar with that. My father's familiar with that. So GA is kind of like it has its history of that. But when Martin Luther King, his little anthem in the 90s, they was trying to make a tribute to him. History. The 90s is what birthed Atlanta. I would say the early 90s until the Olympics. That's when Atlanta had a lot of ethnics. And they start coming in and what you'll say gentrifying or assimilating. I call it simulation. That's when shit changed. And then the early 2000s, you saw it. The drugs, the gangs, and all that shit. But when 2000, I would say from the BMF era, it didn't last that long. I think around '07 they died off. I came in on the tail end when they was gone and the feds got them. So I came in the cusp of where Atlanta was at its last height until '08 until now. So I left Atlanta in 2019. I should say 2019. So 2020, then went back to the city since. So I may visit and see what it's like, but the city is probably, it's isolated, bro. It's all parts, man. Like the city has a lot changed since after that the virus. A lot of jobs lost and things like that. So you got to do what you do. The homelessness problem still exists. It still exists. So, but you got Mal Man crying and his little minions. Well, poor babies. But yeah, I'm about to head out, man. Get this day started. I just want to rock with y'all. But all right. Peace, Mace. Appreciate y'all. Chaos, appreciate you. Supreme Elder, appreciate you. DeAndre, of course. Dr. Doom himself, the advisor. Appreciate you coming through, man. And Shar, appreciate you. Bruce, appreciate you. Fuck them trolls. They try to talk shit. Appreciate everybody. Big J, of course. And Shonda, appreciate you. Juan G's fellow villain. Appreciate you coming through, man. Shout out to everybody, man. These niggas is wild. Not many. I mean, it's a lot. It depends on what counties you're in. I'll say Cobb County, um, Fulton. It's pretty good of amount. You got some in LaGrange. It ain't that many, but you got other races live here. But yeah, I'm signing off. Peace and shalom. Oh hell, great skull. And I'm out.